Eika Bait, the Lamentations, chapter 2, Liber Threnorum Caput. How hath the leader of the community, I expected Yahweh to be the term, but Adni is the term that we kept seeing, covered the daughter of Tune with a cloud in his anger, and cast down from heaven unto the earth the beauty of Eshrol, and remembered not his footstool in the day of his anger. The Lord hath swallowed up all the habitations of Jacob, and hath not pitied. He hath thrown down in his wrath the strongholds of the daughter of Judah. He hath brought them down to the ground. He hath polluted the kingdom and the princes thereof. He hath cut off in his fierce anger all the horn of Israel. He hath drawn back his right hand from before the enemy, and he burned against Jacob like a flaming fire, which devoureth round about. He hath bent his bow like an enemy. He stood with his right hand as an adversary, and slew all that were pleasant to the eye in the tabernacle of the daughter of Zion. He poured out his fury like fire. See, the place of worship is supposed to be where Zion spreads forth. The Lord was as an enemy. He hath swallowed up Israel. He hath swallowed up all her places. He hath destroyed his strongholds. He hath increased in the daughters of Judah mourning and lamentation. And he hath violently taken away his tabernacle, as if it were of a garden. He hath destroyed his places of the assembly. The Lord hath caused the solemn feasts and Sabbaths to be forgotten in Zion, and hath despised in the indignation. Oh, they're using tetragrammaton again, so I'm going to miss some of them. Some of them are supposed to be Lord, some of them aren't. In the indignation of his anger, the king and the priest, God as verb and noun, hath cast off his altar. He hath abhorred his sanctuary. He hath given up into the hand of the enemy the walls of her palaces, and they have made a noise in the house of God as a verb and noun, as in the day of a solemn feast. Some people think all their music and yelling and all that sort of stuff is the same thing as the prayers and the rituals themselves. God as a verb and noun hath purposed to destroy the wall of the daughter of Zion. He hath stretched out a line. He hath not withdrawn his hand from destroying. And he made the rampart and the wall to lament, and they languish together. Her gates are sunk into the ground. He hath destroyed and broken her bars. Her king and her princes are among the nations. The law is no more. Her prophets also find no vision from God as a verb and noun. The elders of the daughter of Zion sit upon the ground, and they keep silence. They have cast up dust upon their heads. They have girded themselves with sackcloth. The virgins of Jerusalem hang down their heads to the ground. Isn't the word chaste, so it's broader than that? Mine eyes do fail with tears. My bowels are troubled. My liver is poured upon the earth for the destruction of the daughter of my people, because the children and the sucklings swoon in the streets of the city. They say to their mothers, where is the grain and pressed juice? When they swoon as the wounded in the streets of the city, when their soul is poured out into their mother's bosom. What shall I take to witness for thee? What shall I liken to thee, O daughter of Jerusalem? What shall I equal to thee, that I may comfort thee, O daughter of Zion? For thy breach is great like the sea. Who can heal thee? Thy prophets have seen vanity and foolish things for thee. So the ways of the people, Judaism as it would be called, it's not necessarily the same thing as what the prophets bring, because they've seen stuff inserted that's not right, the prophets did. And they have not discovered thine iniquity to bring back thy captivity, but have seen for thee visions of falsehood and seduction. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth, and they say, We have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we looked for. We have found, we have seen it. God of verb and noun hath done that which he had devised. He hath fulfilled his word that he had commanded. In the days of old he hath thrown down and hath not pitied. And he hath caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee. He hath set up the horn of thine adversaries. And their heart cried unto God as a verb and noun. O wall of the daughter of Zion, let tears run down like a river, day and night. Give thyself no rest. Let not the apple of thine eye cease. Arise, cry out in the night. In the beginning of the watches, pour out thine heart like water before the face of God as a verb and noun. Lift up thy hands toward him for the life of thy young children that faint for hunger in the top of every street. The watches, the prayer times, and the prayers require physical gestures. Behold, God is a verb and noun. And consider to whom thou hast done this. Shall the women eat their fruit, the infants fondled in the hands? That people are going to think things that aren't associated with that, but shall the priest and the prophet be slain in the sanctuary of God as a verb and noun? But basically, the comforting of the children, because children need held by their parents. The young and the old lie on the ground in the streets. My virgins and my young men are fallen by the sword. Thou hast slain them in the day of thine anger. Thou hast killed and not pitied. Thou hast called as in a solemn day my terrors round about, so that in the day of God of the suburban noun's anger, none escaped nor remained. Those that I have fondled and brought up hath mine enemy consumed. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to offer a better translation of that term. Verse 19, Belila Hakari is the footnote. 17, Kalulu Kametz and Ha Baskul. Verse 14, Shem Tuck Curry, or is it Shakutuk? Anyway, 13 is Ayaduk Curry. 9, Zayara. And verse 2, Yila Kuri. Aka Yayib Bapu. Adni at but tune. Hechlik Mashmim Arts Tip Art Yishral. Wala Sakur Hetem Rugliu Bum Apu Bla Adni La Chmal at Kul Naut Jacob Hearth Ba Bratu Mapsri but Yahuda Hagya Larts Chalol Memlika Washriyah Gada Patri Afkul Qarn Yashral Hashib Atur Yam Yanu Mapni Awib Webar Biakam Kash Lahba Akla Sabib Dirk Qashtu Kawib Natsab Yam Yanu Ketzer We Harg Kol Machmadi Ein Bahal But Tiun Shapak Kash Chumtu Hia Adni Kawib Bla Yashral Bla Kol Ar Manutia Chut Mabsuryu Wirb Bebd Yahuda Tanya Wanya Wichmas Kagan Shaku Shakut Madu Shakich Yahwa Batsyun Muad Wishput Winats Baz Apu Malak Wakhan Zinch Ani Mizbachu Nar Bankdashu Heskir Bead Awib Chumut Arnutia Kol Nutni Bambit Yahwa Kim Muad Hashib Yahwa La Shachit Chumut Batun Natha Kula Hashib Yadu Mabla We Abul Chol Wachuma Gichdu Amalu Thabau Barts Sharia Abd Wishper Barichia Malka Washria Bagwim in Tura Gum Nadiyah La Mutsau Chazun Mihwa Yishbu Larts Yidmu Zakni Batsyun Halu Aper Al-Rashim Hagru Shakim Horyiddu Larts Rashin Betula Jerusalem Klu Bud Mount Aini Chimrumru Mai Nashpuk Larts كبدي على شبر بت عمي بعثف عولل ويلنق برجبوت أريا لمتم يمرو أيح دقن وين بحتعثبم قتشلل برجبوت أير بحشتبك نبشم الشيك أمتم مع عودك مع أتما لك هبت يروشلم مع أشبح لك وانشمك بتولت بتسيون كي قدول كيم شبرك مي يربا لك نبيك تشازو لك شوا يتبول والله قلو أو عونك لا شيب شبيتك ويحزو لك مش أوت شوا وم دوتشيم سبقو عليك كبيم كل عبري درك شرقو وناو راشم البت يروشلم هزات هاير شي عمرو كليلت يبي مشوش وكل هارتس بتسو عليك بيهم كل إيبيك شرقو ويج رقو شم أمرو بالعنو أكزا هيوم شقوينهو متسانو رينو عاشا يحوى عاشر زمم بتسا أمرتو أشر تسوا ميمي قدم حرس والله تشمل ويشمتش عليك أويب هريم قرن تريك ساق لبم الأدني تشومت بتسيون هريدي كنجول دماح يومم وليلة التأني بوجت لك التدم بت عينك قومي رني بليل لراش أشمروت شبكي كمين لبك نكتش بني أدني شي اليو كبيك النبش اليك حثوبيم براب براش كل هتسوت را يحوى وحبيتح لمي عولت كأم تكلتنا نشيم بريم علي تبشيم أم يحرق بمقدش أدني كهن ونبيع